Welcome back to DPSN. I'm Dylan Oliver, and I'm back today with another NFL record predictions video. Today, I will be predicting the records for the 4 AFC East teams for the upcoming NFL season. This division has of course been owned by the New England Patriots up until last year when the Buffalo Bills won it. I'm going to start today's predictions with the division's previous owners, the New England Patriots. This team was a bit of a mess last year without Tom Brady. They had a clear lack of talent in many positions, but they were huge spenders in the free agency period. They made many moves to improve both the offense and defense. The improved talent as well as the great coaching could make this team dangerous. Their season will start against the Miami Dolphins. This Dolphins team was nearly a playoff team last year, and I think they will be a bit better this year, so I have the Patriots losing this game, starting the year off 0-1. After the Dolphins, the Patriots once again have a divisional opponent in the New York Jets. The Jets are starting a rookie quarterback, and we all know Bill Belichick rarely ever loses to rookie quarterbacks, so the Patriots will win this game. The following week, the Patriots play the Saints. This will be the Patriots' first home win of the season, before we see the return of Tom Brady to New England. The Patriots vs. the Buccaneers is a game everyone is looking forward to. This will be a very intense game, but the Bucs will walk out of New England with a win, dropping the Patriots to 2-2. After the Bucs game, the schedule gets a bit easier for the Pats. They will go beat up on the Texans the following week, then continue beating Texas teams as they will defeat the Dallas Cowboys in Week 6. In Week 7, the Patriots once again play against the Jets, who will still have that rookie quarterback, which means I'm taking the Patriots. The Patriots will have a nice 3-game winning streak going into their game against the LA Chargers, and the winning streak will continue. Let's remember what the Patriots did to this Chargers team last year. The Patriots beat them 45-0 last season, so they might know a weakness or two of this Chargers team. The Patriots will follow that win up with a victory over the Panthers. Now, this is where the Patriots' schedule gets a bit more difficult and where their winning streak will come to an end. Week 10, the Browns will beat the Patriots, and in Atlanta, Week 11, they will lose once again. Their next game against the Tennessee Titans, and the truth is, the Titans are just the better team, and they will beat the Patriots, making the Patriots start a 3-game losing streak. Patriots will be able to prevent it from continuing, as they will beat the Bills Week 13 before a bye week. Coming out of the bye week, I have them losing to the Colts and then losing in the rematch to the Bills as well. In Week 17, the Patriots play another rookie quarterback, so therefore, I'm taking the Patriots. Then, Week 18, the Patriots will fall to the Miami Dolphins, causing them to finish with a record of 9-8, once again missing the playoffs this upcoming season. Now, let's get to the current division champions predictions. The Buffalo Bills were fantastic last year and a game away from the Super Bowl. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are one of the best combinations in the league, and because of them, they will win a lot of games once again this year. The Bills will start the season off with a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The following week, the Bills will lose to the Miami Dolphins in a big divisional game. The Bills will be able to recover from this game as they will win their next 2 games against the Washington Football Team and the Houston Texans, before a rematch of last season's AFC Championship game. This should be a great game between the 2 best teams in the AFC. These are the 2 best teams in the AFC, but one is still a bit better than the other. And with the game being in Kansas City, the Chiefs are going to win this game. Now, with a slow 3-2 start for the Bills, they will look to pick it up with a win over the Titans, and they will be able to beat this team and start some momentum. Coming out of their bye week, the Bills will beat the Dolphins in their rematch, and then beat the teams that had the number 1 and number 2 overall draft picks in this past year's draft. This team will have it going at this point of the year and continue the winning streak, beating the Colts week 12 and then advancing to 9-2 by the following week, beating the Saints. The Bills' 6-game winning streak will come to an end against the New England Patriots, and the next week the Bills once again have a huge game against the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In this game, the Bills will get back on track with a win. The Bills' winning ways will continue over the course of the next 3 weeks, getting them to 13-3 on the season. And then, in Week 18, with a playoff spot already locked up, they will rest players to prevent injuries and lose to the Jets. Speaking of the Jets, I'll predict their record next. I do really like what the Jets have done this offseason, with the hiring of Robert Saleh to be the new head coach, as well as bringing in players like Corey Davis, Tevin Coleman, and also drafting their quarterback of the future in Zach Wilson. I believe this team has potential, but with so many new pieces, they won't get it going this year. In the first game of the year, they will play their former quarterback, Sam Darnold, and the Panthers, in a game the Panthers will win. Then, Zach Wilson has to go against Bill Belichick's Patriots. Belichick is going to make Wilson's day very tough, which will cause the Jets to lose again. The next week, the Jets have to face a Broncos team that should have a great defense this year, so once again, Wilson will have a tough time and the Jets will lose. Week 4 against the Titans? Well, let's be honest. We all know that no one on the Jets will be able to tackle Derrick Henry or Julio Jones. So, the Titans will dominate on the ground in Week 4 before Matt Ryan burns the Jets secondary in Week 5. After their bye week, they once again have to play Bill Belichick's Patriots, which means another rough day for Zach Wilson and the Jets. The Jets will continue to lose for the next 4 weeks, starting their season off a terrible 0-10 before finally picking up their first win over the Houston Texans. The losing ways will return for the Jets after this game though, when the Jets get beat by the Eagles. This loss will once again begin a losing streak for the Jets because they will lose the next 4 games as well before, like I said earlier, end the year with a win over the Bills to finish the year 2-15. I think that the first season under Coach Saleh will be more of a feeling out sort of season and more of a talent evaluation season before what will be a much improved team the following year. Now, to end today's video, we have the Miami Dolphins. Last year, this team came so close to making the playoffs. They were just 1 win away. I believe their biggest issues last year were, of course, the passing game, as Tua wasn't very effective with the weapons that he had. To fix that, the Dolphins brought in wide receiver Will Fuller and drafted wide receiver Jalen Waddle with the 6th pick in this year's draft. I believe that this year, with these new weapons, Tua will be much improved and the Dolphins will have a great season. It will start with a win in Week 1 over the Patriots before a huge divisional win over the Bills in Week 2. After that, the Dolphins will struggle a little bit, picking up 3 straight losses. After falling below 500 on the season, the Dolphins will pick up back-to-back wins over the Jags and Falcons before losing in the rematch to the Buffalo Bills. Through the first 8 weeks of the season, the Dolphins will sit at a record of 4-4. The second half of the season is where the progression of Tua will begin to show and the Dolphins will start clicking. They will beat the Texans in Week 9 and then follow that up with a huge victory over the Baltimore Ravens. That win will increase the Dolphins' confidence and be a big momentum builder, as the Dolphins then have 4 very winnable games. This 4-game stretch will start with a win over the Jets, before winning again the following week over the Carolina Panthers, and then having a tougher matchup but still one they should and will win against the Giants. After beating the Giants, the Dolphins will go into their bye week on a 5-game winning streak, and will continue this winning streak out of the bye week with a win again over the Jets. The winning streak will come to an end after that one when the Dolphins play the Saints. Week 17, the Dolphins have one of their toughest games of the season against the Tennessee Titans, and this is a game the Titans will take from the Dolphins. Then, in Week 18, the Dolphins will be able to beat the New England Patriots, sweeping that season series for the first time in 21 years and finishing their season 11-6. Well, that wraps up the AFC East predictions. We are now just have the one last AFC North predictions. I'm Dylan Oliver, and I will see you next time.